Help. Somebody please. Explain to me why they put a green fence around the parking lot and are cutting the trees.
Sorry, it's August and we are all on vacation.
But if I'm correct, you are putting up the industrial-looking solar canopies you have done at other schools, only here it's right smack in front of the school. It will ruin the look of the school as well as the neighborhood.
Talk to the school board in September after the work is complete. These contracts were signed 2 years ago and nothing is going to stop them now.
But wait, I live across the street. I wasn't notified there were no public hearings. Why wasn't the community informed? Why doesn't the community have a say? Aren't these our tax dollars?
We sent out postcards to 3 residents we thought were the most affected.
My house looks right at the school. I didn't get a postcard.
We do think you are affected and, by the way, we aren't required to notify you anyway. We don't answer to you, we aren't required to hold hearings, we don't have to conform to city codes or setbacks. In fact, if you wanted to place these same solar panels on your property you couldn't, ha 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 ha.
So then why were there no public hearings?
This was a backroom deal between Sun Edison and the facilities department of the school district. Some fat cat Wall Street bankers looking for green credits and at night annuity fund the panels. Sun Edison throws them up. The school district saves on electricity and can look like they are doing something for the environment.
I see. And they really don't care what they'll look like. How they ruin the look of one of the prettiest and only blue ribbon school in the district, not to mention make the neighborhood look like it's home to a truck fueling station.
What? Are you against solar power? Shade for the teachers' cars.
The beautiful mesquite trees that were chopped down provided lots of shade and we, the neighbors, are not against solar. We are against ugly. There are several solar installations nearby including at the hospital which do not ruin the look of the neighborhood. Besides, these solar structures could have been installed in places giving shade from the hot spring and summer sun to the children.
If we had placed these anywhere else on campus, we would have been required to produce some extra reports. Too much work for Julie Arthur, Dr. Murray, and the superintendent. They only make on average about $250,000 each per year. Each.
So they only earn 7 times the average salary of the families they serve in their district? And they can't be bothered with doing their jobs?
Too late, they're up and it would cost $730,000 to move them.
If they would have bothered to listen when we first had concerns, it would then cost $730,000.
Too late. They were on vacation.
Okay, here we are at the school board meeting.
Yes, I'm now speaking for the school board for the Palm Springs Board of Education.
Have you seen the solar panel structures at Catherine Finchy Elementary School? They look hideous and ruin the look of the school and the neighborhood.
Yes, we have seen them. We aren't happy about them either. In fact, had we known what they would look like, we would not have voted for them.
You mean you weren't presented with drawings or renderings of what the installation would look like?
No, we didn't know.
Isn't that your job? Why wouldn't you ask what a major project like this would look like at completion?
All we saw was free money. Don't you know that's all we care about? Bond funds and free money.
Seriously? You don't care what the school looks like? You don't care what the neighborhood thinks?
If we cared about the neighborhood, we would have listened to you campaigns about the parking problems and traffic issues caused when we decided to do away with all the buses.
So what do you have to say for yourselves?
We're sorry. Bye.
You have not heard the last of this.
Wait. We feel your pain. We realize we didn't do our job and we messed up. So here's what we are planning to do.
I'm listening.
We'll change the way we do business in the future. Hold public hearings and even send out mailers to homes within 200 feet of our face lights. Oh, and we will even tell the city ahead of time what we will do.
Well, that's just grand. But what are you going to do about the eyesore at Catherine Finchy?
Well, Dr. Murray has a wonderful plan he's been telling us he got from discussions with the community.
Yes, we met with Dr. Murray and Juilliard here. They listened to our suggestions and then came up with their own ideas and presented them to you.
Isn't that wonderful?
We didn't like their plans.
Why not?
They want to spend $160,000 on plans that will not hide the structures.
Why can't they hide the structures?
Security concerns.
How about some paint?
Seriously? They need to be relocated.
We won't do that. Costs too much.
The bottom line is you didn't do your job. The size was built. You admit it was a mistake, but you are not willing to do much more than plant a few trees and bushes. There are ways to finance this. Renegotiate the deal you have with the Wall Street bankers. You do have future projects with them that are in negotiations. Fixing this mess should be included in those deals.
No.
Why not?
Because
why not?
Too much work, we don't get paid enough. Plus we have other more important work to do, like figure out where to go on our next vacation next summer when some more schools will get this treatment. The bottom line is you are too insignificant for us to care. So take your $160,000 worth of plants and shut the hell up. They're away now. We are tired of you.
Wait until the next bond issue comes up in the ballot.
We have enough bond funds to last us 40 years, so we don't need your support. We don't need your vote. Now go away and don't bother us anymore.
And